The final episode of the podcast.
What?
The final episode.
What do you mean the final episode?
We fell off. We've fallen off.
Decided to quit.
Yeah. Not getting the views anymore.
Giving it all up.
Oh well.
We've not fell off.
We fell off.
We've not fell off. Your expectations are so high, honestly.
Yeah, I expect the best. It's all
It
right.
wasn't even that bad. It was 47 views.
That's pretty bad.
That's not bad at all. For our third episode ever.
First one got 150.
Yeah, that's because people are like
People
checking
saw
us out. Yeah, I imagine it was probably people from home, and they're like, "Oh, what? Like, why are they starting a podcast?
Why are these neeks doing a podcast?
Yeah, exactly.
Then they switched on and were like, yeah, they are neeks.
Mate, you're so negative. Honestly, I don't think it's fell off. I just think we've levelled out. And the people,
Should we bring out season 2?
we need to take a break.
We'll revamp the podcast.
Yeah, we need
We'll
to.
have a 6-week break. I'm getting too tired fatigue anyway to carry on with the podcast.
Yeah, I know. Imagine when you're in like, I don't know, 8 weeks out of your prep, you're literally going to be like, oh my God.
I think from my 10 weeks out all the way to your end of prep, one of us is going to be battered. Because
It's basically going to be a solo podcast.
when I finish prep, you'll be 12 weeks out.
Yeah,
Yeah, because you start prep when I'm 10 weeks out.
yeah.
So when I finish prep, you'll be 12 weeks out. So we're going to have a good year of one of us being in the bin. It's going to be an awful podcast for a good 6 months.
Nah, the other person's just got to carry.
Yeah, you're going to have to carry me.
Yeah.
Because I get diet fatigued. I get big time diet fatigued.
Yeah, but then what if someone asks like a really complicated question and
I'm
you're
like-
like, no, you got to answer. I can't be asked.
They're asking about moment arms and strength prep. I was like, yeah, Laurence, you take this one this week, mate.
And I'm like,
Nah. Lift weight.
To get big, you must lift weight. Nah, I actually learned a bit about moment arms.
You're the biomechanics goat now.
No, I don't know.
You are?
I don't know about that. Well, it wasn't necessarily moment arms. It's to do with moment arms, but it was basically like I understood how to tell where a machine is hardest and where it's
by
easiest.
by looking at the machine and how it moves around the pivot point.
Which is actually useful. Like,
It is because it's so easy just to look at any machine like, oh, that would be good, that won't be good.
Yeah.
Just by how it is, or
Yeah,
where to
yeah.
put it in the session. Just by looking at it.
I feel like when I'm programming for my clients, I can now understand like exercise sequencing quite well.
Good stuff. Good
Sure.
stuff.
I'm so knowledgeable.
I just hope you don't catch up with me from a knowledge standpoint. 'Cause then,
I think
then I'm just completely useless.
I think I'm light years away from that.
No, but imagine I've got a shit physique and you're more knowledgeable.
I'm not sure that'll ever happen. You've just got to keep drip feeding me information.
Yeah, I'm gonna start feeding you false information to
Like what?
make you a worse coach.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'll pick up on it. I've listened to you for too long. If you say something out of whack, I'll be like, what? That's
What's
not
he on
true.
about?
Yeah, you're joking me.
You don't need protein to build muscle,
Yeah.
mate, honestly. Low protein is the way forward.
You got to have an all carb diet.
Yeah. Ultimate energy stores.
Nah, I've listened to you for way too long. I know your tricks now. Although now I'm going to just start doubting what you say.
Yeah.
I'm just going to doubt everything that you say.
You're
Mate,
just
prep's going to be
chatting
awful
wax.
for me. It's just going to be you.
You in a diet?
Yeah, man.
Is that your diet brain coming out?
I am diet fatigued
In a
whilst
surplus.
in a surplus. Yeah.
He's gained 4 pounds this week and he's diet fatigued.
This is your fault. This is your
I
fault.
upped his food for the
I'm getting
first.
fat.
I upped his food again for the 5th week in a row,
I'm getting fat.
and he's gained about 4 pounds.
I'm getting fat.
Yeah, it's just bad coaching from my side, to be honest. Let's
Yeah.
be honest.
No, no.
It's a bad decision.
You're just making my prep worse.
Yeah, getting you the worst start point possible. We did a pre-prep diet to try and bring you back to a good start point. I'm just going to ruin it before you prep.
You're just going to push me back up to 240.
240 and fatter composition.
Oh, God.
£60 prep.
You've...
To be fair, you probably could start prep at 240, but it would just be...
It'd be horrendous.
It would be a horrendous prep.
Yeah.
Like you'd have to lose, £55.
Yeah, that would be shocking.
You could do it though. You could definitely do it.
Yeah, I could do it,
It
but
wouldn't be
whether
the best look.
yeah, it wouldn't be the best look, and it would just be a horrible prep. I don't think I want to bodybuild again.
Mate, that's
Bodybuild? Bodybuilder.
Right. We're not done an introduction. We rambled for like 5 minutes.
Slide it.
Yeah, you do the intro.
Should we do the, like, I'll do the intro and you do the outro now?
Yeah, okay.
Well, we'll swap it. We were meant to swap it, but we didn't.
Why do you want to do the intro?
Don't know. Just to mix it up, you know? We're losing views. We're dropping off. So we need to mix it up somehow. We need to change.
The algorithm is really going to affect it.
It will. It'll hear my voice and it'll go, oh.
Do you remember what episode we're on?
Yeah, episode 4.
Come on then. Let's see it. Let's see the intro.
It's almost like you think I don't care.
Come on.
1, 2, 1, 2. Welcome back, guys, to the Limitless Physiques podcast.
It's not even the name.
What?
Limitless Physique.
Oh, whatever. It's the same thing.
Because there's only one of us who has a limitless physique. Mine isn't limitless. Mine's very limited, so it can't be limitless physiques.
That's so true, yeah.
Go on, again. Let's do it again.
Okay. I feel like we're wasting people's time. Okay, no, one more time. Hello, guys, and welcome back to the Limitless Physique podcast. We are on episode 4.
4 weeks in a row.
4 weeks in a row.
Consistency.
Oh, we're just so adherent.
We are.
We're
never going to miss a podcast, ever. I think next year when I go on holiday, I'm going away for like 4 weeks in a row.
We're going to do a Zoom one.
Zoom?
Yeah. Well, I'm not coming on holiday with you, am I? Unless you've got some sort of surprise.
You'll be on prep,
yeah,
so.
I will. Yeah, but you're going to Dubai, mate. I could easily prep out in Dubai. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'm becoming an online coach.
Are you just going to live out there and ditch me?
I'm becoming an influencer. I already have an online coach, don't want to say that.
You already are an influencer.
I'm not an influencer. I'm becoming an influencer, moving to Dubai.
Influencer?
We'll have to just do like 4 podcasts in a row. We'll do like 1 a day, just so we have them in the bank.
That'd be shocking though, because we'd eventually run out of questions.
Yeah, we wouldn't have questions without even doing that. So.
And then what would we talk about? I mean, me and you anyway, without even being on a podcast, we just sit in complete and utter silence.
No, we don't.
Yes, we do. Mate, I don't rate you. I don't rate you.
We don't sit in silence. We just talk absolute nonsense.
Yeah, absolute wash.
Delinquent conversations.
It's not good. It's not good at all.
We save all the intellectual conversations for the podcast.
Yeah.
And the rest of it's just complete, utter delinquency.
Yeah, I agree.
Right.
Even when you try and have a slightly intellectual conversation with me outside the podcast, I'm like, stop, save it.
Save it for the podcast.
Yeah, otherwise
we don't even speak anymore.
Yeah, otherwise the delinquency would just cross over into the podcast.
I don't even let check in anymore. I'm like, no, save your check-in for the podcast. I don't want to hear it.
Dropping too much knowledge.
Yeah.
My circadian rhythm just wasn't in check last night. I fucked it up massively. No, I'm just emulating what I say in my check-ins.
Oh, okay.
So I'm so knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Just dropping constant
science knowledge in your check-ins.
Yeah.
I'm like, I literally don't care, mate. Just lift the weight, eat the food.
Lift the weight, eat the food, go to sleep, repeat.
Pretty much it, though, to be fair.
Yeah, to be fair, bodybuilding is so easy.
Bodybuilding?
It's so easy. Well, it's not easy, but it's not complicated at all.
No. But the complexity is what makes it fun for me. Like the minutiae.
You're just a nerd.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm pretty much just a nerd.
Look, and you say all this, but look at my physique and look at yours. The reason that my physique is the way it is...
Who's got a better shoulder to waist ratio right now? Right now?
It's because my waist is like 50 inches and I hold all of my fat, and I mean all of my fat is fucking here.
Yeah, at least it's not here like me.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but then I just look like Eddie Hall. I've literally got abs.
You got a bubble gut.
And I've not got a bubble gut.
You've got a bubble gut.
How have I got a bubble gut?
Because you're penning insulin all the time.
I'm not, it's just not true.
You have got a bit of a bubble gut.
I've not got a bubble gut.
You just don't hold your abs in.
When we pose, I've got a bubble. It looks like I've got a bubble gut.
When you do gentleman turn to the side, your belly just comes out. If you do that on stage, I'm like, Laurence!
I'll get you, HL and Leo to shout, abs!
Stand your abs! And you're like,
HL's got to shout glutes at me.
Glutes in men's physique.
Yeah.
Damn your glutes.
Glutes.
Can't even see my glutes.
My glutes are going to be so massive on stage. They're going to be peeled, and they're going to be like
There's
bursting
no way
through
your
my
glutes
shorts.
are going to be peeled.
I reckon they will be, you know.
I reckon your glutes will be the last thing to come in.
You reckon?
Like most people.
Well, yeah.
Not like me.
Yeah. I reckon I've got pretty good glute development.
Oh yeah, you do, but they are fat. They're really fat.
Yeah.
Like you hold a lot of fat in your glutes. Got a fat ass.
Mate, this is mad sus. What are you trying to say?
Oh, I can't say that. You're my client. That's completely unprofessional.
Yeah, I'm professional, man. I was going to say something then, but...
See, my glutes would be good if I held any fat there, but my glutes are actually lean.
They're literally not. You've also got a fat ass.
Do you want to do a skin caliper on my glute?
No.
No,
Stop.
My glutes are lean.
We're live. We're literally live. Well, we're not live, but...
We're literally live.
Yeah.
So we're literally not live.
We're literally not live.
So you're just chatting was.
Yeah, we could always, like, edit it out.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
No. Okay.
Nah, too much work.
Stop. Ellie does this, and it really gets to me.
It's because I'm in a reversing phase right now.
Oh, you just got so much
I'm in a diet
energy.
break, so I'm just like, all the metabolic adaptations are reversing themselves.
You taking your Himbine?
Yeah.
Bit of clan?
I'm on 4 grams of your Himbine a day.
Jittery?
Yeah.
Or it's all the meth that you've been having?
Meth?
Yeah.
You've been watching too much Breaking Bad.
No, you've been watching too much Breaking Bad.
No, I literally haven't.
You
You're the one who
have. You're the one who turned around to me this morning and was like, "We're watching 3 episodes tonight."
Yeah, but you're the one who, when it's time for bed, you're like, "Can we watch another episode?" I'm like, "No, it's literally my bedtime."
You're so boring. God.
I literally had to go to bed at 12 last night because we watched 2 episodes. Actually, that's HL's fault for staying around too long.
Yeah.
In the business meeting.
Overstayed is welcome.
We were like,
HL, you listening?
Can you just leave?
Yeah.
I
know.
It's 9 o'clock.
I know.
I thought you'd leave by 8. What do we do? I was like, I'm going to turn the lights off.
Sure, yeah, turn the lights
off.
Yeah. You know when like places are shutting and they like turn the lights and music off.
He'll get the vibe.
Oh, bless him.
No,
we are joking. You can stay for as long as you want. You can even sleep over if you want. I'm more than happy with that.
We literally don't have a spare room.
You can get on the sofa.
I just realised we are completely just wasting everyone's time.
Yeah, I know.
Right, let's start with an update on our
Waffling.
weeks. You have not got anything to update on, as usual.
Yet again. So I went back to full volume on Monday, which was really nice, to be fair. Although, to be honest, a lot of my sessions have been pretty mediocre. I find that the first week back after like a deload is a bit shoddy. Things haven't been like spot on this week in terms of like digestion. Sleep hasn't been amazing. I think because you've upped my calories recently, like I think I'm just getting used to that as well. I sound overly negative. It's actually been all right. Like it's been decent. I've progressed like most of my lifts. But yeah, I literally have nothing to update our fans on, apart from writing up my food drastically because we weren't really seeing I mean, God, I've been sitting at 218 for how long now? Like 5 weeks?
Yeah. And we were upping food every single week.
Yeah. So
I was like, I'm going to do a big change here. It was like
You drop the hammer.
Drop the hammer in a gaining phase.
You're like, enough is enough.
Yeah, so I actually made a big change to try and get him to gain some weight because we do want to see some weight gain before prep.
Yeah, thanks, man. And now I'm getting fat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now I'm getting fat. You've added...
Awful decision by me.
Yeah, it was shocking. I was posing today. Not today.
Today? Wait.
No, I
You went into Ultimate this morning, did you?
Well, I could have done it here. That's not a...
You can't pose in the flat. You just look awful.
Yeah, true. No, your room has decent lighting.
Not for me.
You looked good the other day. Sorry, we're getting off track.
I looked good the other day.
Yeah, when I took those...
No other time. Just that one day.
Yeah, when you posed in your room.
Yeah, I did look quite dry.
Yeah, I thought you looked good.
I looked good for me.
Anyway, yeah. So Ryan increased my food by 75 carb. Increased protein as well, just because of trace protein from the carb. So I'm now on 775 carb, 290 protein.
300 now.
Is it 200? Oh, okay. And then
People are going to think that's a lot of protein, but if you think about the amount of trace protein you're getting from that amount of carbs,
yeah,
if you're thinking about it from a MPS per meal,
yeah.
it's not actually that much protein. It's a good amount of protein.
Leucine spike, brah.
Leucine spike.
Leucine
Threshold.
whatever. Maybe I'm not the.
What do you go for in each meal? How much? 40?
Yeah, around 40.
So you should be going for like 0.4 kilograms, 0.4 grams per kilogram.
The amount of like actual protein I've been getting
is 40 per meal.
Yeah, which was the exact same in the dieting phase. The only reason protein has increased is because of the trace carb.
Yeah, so your actual complete grade is about 210, so it's actually not that high. You're just getting so many trace carbs from the amount of trace protein for the amount of carbs you're having.
I don't think it's.
Yeah, if it's 40 per meal, that's 5 meals plus 10 grams in your intra.
Should I be having more protein? 210.
No, that's fine.
That's
all complete protein, though.
Yeah, true. Does trace protein actually, like, obviously it doesn't have the same benefit, but does it have like some benefit?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
You still build muscle with protein from trace protein. It's still a macronutrient, but because it's got a lower leucine amount, it doesn't contribute to muscle protein synthesis.
Right.
So the initiation of that muscle building process.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
You need to hit your leucine threshold. It's not like an on and off switch, but to maximise muscle protein synthesis, you want to hit your leucine threshold per meal, which is around 0.4 grams per kilogram.
Okay.
So that's how much complete protein you need to hit your leucine threshold.
Right.
And that will maximise muscle protein synthesis. So say you had 40 grams of protein from a trace protein like bread. Obviously you can't get that much from a trace protein because you'd have to have so much. But say you did, you wouldn't maximise muscle protein synthesis, but you'd still be having the protein intake.
Okay. Right. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like for, like, someone who's vegan who's trying to do like physique development. It'd be oh my god.
It'd be so long.
Be awful. You'd have to just eat beans.
Rice and beans
every meal.
Oh, it'd be so much effort trying to think like.
And protein powder.
You have to protein powder. You just have to spam protein powder. Like protein powder, rice and beans. Oh, it'd be so bad.
Yeah. No.
Vegetarian isn't quite as bad because you can get like yogurt, eggs,
dairy stuff. Yeah.
Protein
cheese,
powder, whey protein. You can't have whey protein if you're vegan.
And the vegan protein stuff is a bit.
It's awful. It tastes awful.
Well, to be fair, I'm only going off what the My Protein one tastes like. And
true.
My Protein one isn't amazing anyway.
We hate on My Protein so much.
Yeah, well.
Fuck My Protein.
It's for good reason. It's shocking. It's absolutely shocking. Like, the only thing that I buy from My Protein nowadays is maltodextrin and creatine.
I don't even get creatine from there anymore. You don't either. You don't get your creatine from there.
Yeah, that's because I bought it from Mad Supplements.
Mad Supplements.
Is that what?
Supplement Mad.
Supplement Mad.
Mad Rad Chad Supplements.
Yeah, I bought creatine from there because it was cheaper.
Yeah, My Protein is scamming everyone these days.
Yeah.
Right, stop rambling. Off track again.
Yeah, sorry. Anything else to update from me?
Slightly fatter, slightly more muscular.
Slightly fatter, slightly more muscular, slightly fuller. And I'm 7 weeks out from starting prep.
Hairline slightly further back.
Slightly further back. Again, I apologise for my slightly trampy appearance. When are we getting a haircut? Monday. Lock it in. Book it in.
Oh, I get a haircut every week.
Yeah, that's true. But like I said last week, I don't really care. I'm not that bothered. But it's starting to get a bit.
Yeah, but now that you're an online presence,
yeah, that's true.
You need to look after it.
That's true. You're right. You're so right.
Yeah. Or just go bald.
You know what I did?
You look like Tyson Fury if you went bald. Ginger.
That's going to be in the trailer. I can't believe you just said that.
You would though. Ginger beard.
You're a big bum.
You bold tosser. Right, I'll give an update on my week because
You're a bald tosser.
I've cheated on my diet loads this week, so I really wanted to cheat on my diet. So because I coach myself, I just added in a diet break. So then I'm still being adherent.
Diet break.
No, I'm not. I haven't cheated on my diet. I promise. Basically,
you're lying.
Because I basically felt like I was ahead in terms of condition, and I think in a prep, if you are ahead and you can get away with it, adding in diet breaks when you're devoluming can be a really useful tactic for managing fatigue throughout a prep. So obviously you have training fatigue through training, and then you have diet fatigue through the deficit. Diet fatigue. And then, so if you can manage both of those fatigues or manage both of those stresses in the same week, so when you're devoluming or when you're deloading, I think that's a really effective way of managing stress throughout the whole prep. So because I was ahead in terms of condition, I implemented a diet break this week because I was devoluming. So I brought food up around 500 calories, so up to 400 carb, 200 protein and 50 fat. And yeah, I'm having the 6 or 7 days in this diet break while I'm deloading, and then it will be back to low food next week, and the final 15 weeks of a deficit, and then it'll be 2 weeks in a reversing phase before my show. So yeah, exciting stuff. I am looking a little bit better this week because of the high carbs.
No, you're literally not.
Am I not?
No.
Oh, cheers.
Not at all.
I appreciate that.
You're just looking fatter again. All you've done is...
I look leaner. I literally look leaner.
No.
Have you seen my legs?
No.
I posted with Harrison the other day. He was like, fucking hell, you're shredded.
Yeah, it was a bit sus.
No, he didn't really say that.
You were spending a long time in there. I was messaging Leo like, why are they spending so long in there? What are they doing?
I was just practicing my posing.
Yeah.
I've literally got condition up to my hip now and my legs. Not that I need my legs to be conditioned, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah.
Because my upper body's still fat, but my legs are pretty conditioned.
Yeah, so am I, man.
Your legs are so fat.
Mate, stop. Why
I'd rather have
why
fat
being
legs.
fatphobic?
Sorry, mate. But yeah, diet break this week to manage fatigue. And yeah, it's not an excuse just to eat high food because I'm literally just having 2 oatmeals and 2 rice meals a day. As boring as it can get pretty much, but...
Yeah, plus you were like, literally 2 days in, you were like, oh, I just want to be on low food again.
Yeah, I actually don't want to be on high food. It's weird, it's a bit sadistic.
No, it's not sadistic at all, you're just locked in.
Yeah, but it's like, I like being hungry, and I want to add in cardio. I want to dig really hard.
Yeah, no. I completely and utterly like relate to that. I think once you're in a deficit and once you've gotten used to it, like you're like a month or 2 clear of like a gaining phase or like a maintenance phase. I actually also really like the feeling of like feeling hungry and suffering because it feels like it's working.
Yeah.
One, it feels like you're in a deficit, which is good for peace of mind. And 2, we do it because we like the challenge. We like to push ourselves further than we ever have
but often
before.
it can do you more harm than good.
Absolutely, yeah.
That's why I need to like rein it in. That's why I had the diet break in. I was like, stop pushing so hard. You're pretty lean for 18 weeks out.
Sure.
So let your body rest for a week while you're in a devolume.
Sure.
Get those energy stores back up, then you can push on again afterwards.
Sure.
Rather than just dig in, as I want to do. I'm really looking forward to when I'm on like ridiculously low food. As weird as that sounds.
No, I understand. I think that mindset is definitely better.
If you can control it.
If you can control it, it's definitely better than say like struggling and then feeling sorry for yourself in a diet, like complaining and being like ultimately, if you're in a dieting phase or like you're on a prep, you're the only person who's put yourself in that situation. So I feel like to have the mindset of like, oh, like this is awful, like why am I doing this? Probably isn't particularly productive. But then you're right. I think you can go too far the other way, and you can do too much expenditure, run yourself into the ground, and then you've put yourself in a bad spot in terms of fatigue and
I've heard
deficit.
Finn and Ree speak about this, about how you've put yourself in the prep. You're just a bit hungry. Like, I don't know if it's just my mindset. I'm like, if you can't deal with being a bit hungry, like, what else have you dealt with in life? If that's like come on.
Yeah.
You're choosing to do this.
Yeah.
The worst that's happening to you is you're a bit lethargic, training's a bit shit.
Yeah.
You're hungry. You're a bit cranky or whatever because you're on a low amount of food. Big deal.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Just get on with it. There's worse problems in the world, and especially since like it's your choice.
Yeah.
Like you can pull out at any time if you're gonna like whinge about it.
I'm pulling out.
You pulling out a prep?
Yeah.
I think the only situation where I'd be like, okay, fair enough, he's probably really struggling is if say like you're 4 weeks out, or like even like you're 2 weeks out and you're absolutely peeled, your hormones are in the bin.
Yeah, maybe I will be like that, but
Even then, I don't know.
You're still
I can't.
just choosing to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Big deal.
yeah. I agree,
maybe,
mate.
maybe I'll change my mind when I get to that point because I've never been that lean. But
Yeah, possibly, but
I'll watch this podcast back and be like, no, you said this. You can't moan about this prep at all. I've not moaned once yet.
could be a
to
good
fair.
strategy, to be fair. No,
Sometimes I go, fucking hell, I'm hungry.
yeah,
That's about it.
That's about it. I don't think you've handled it really well so far, mate. To be honest,
The hardest thing is literally training going a bit downhill. That's the only thing which I think about dieting is really hard. Because it's not the fact that it's hard that happening, it's the fact that you want to be progressing every single lift. It's annoying when you can't.
Yeah, we were saying this to HL last night. I don't know about you, but I prefer a gaining phase because for me, the most enjoyable part of bodybuilding is progressing in the gym, like performance within the gym and getting strong and touching loads that you've never touched before. I think that's the best part about it. And
best part about it is when you're going in for a lift and it's scary.
Yeah.
That Cybex hack squat set that I did at Progress Works, and I was like, fucking hell, I'm going to go for 4.25 plates.
Yeah.
And then get in like 4 reps because I was so amped up for that set and nailed the set. That's like as good as it gets within training and bodybuilding. You can't beat that.
Pressure's a privilege.
What?
Pressure is a privilege. If you didn't have that pressure and that fear of performing the lift, you maybe wouldn't have got it. You know, like with fear comes adrenaline, and you know that can.
Yeah, I just don't think it was the right saying.
Yeah, it was.
No, pressure is a privilege is like a saying that you'd say if you're in a position where you're pressured, that means you're in a privileged position. That's what pressure is a privilege means. Like say you're a footballer taking a penalty in a World Cup final.
Yeah.
That pressure is a privilege because you're privileged to be in that position.
Oh, is that what it means?
I think so.
Okay. I thought. No, I don't think it is. You know. I don't think it. I suppose you could probably apply it to both.
What do you think it means?
Well, I thought it means, say, like you're nervous about something, or say you're scared of doing something. That fear drives you towards doing it, and that is a privilege in itself.
So that helps you out.
Yeah, that's what drives you, because I believe that if something is scary or you're scared of doing something, then you should most likely do it.
Yeah.
You know, and that fear can drive you towards doing it.
Maybe one of us is right.
Yeah. Maybe it's.
They both work.
Yeah,
so.
maybe it's up to interpretation.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah. So I don't even know how many weeks out I am. 17 or 18. I keep getting mixed up. I should probably know.
You haven't done a check-in in 2 weeks with me.
I know, because there's literally nothing to talk about. So I don't even know what to say.
There's plenty to talk about. Well, just do one and
I'll do one this
ramble.
week. I'll do one this week.
Because there could be something that I could pick out, and you're like, oh shit, actually.
Yeah, I'll take some photos today as well. Post session.
Yeah. There's literally no harm in not doing it.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'll do it on a Saturday, because on a Sunday, the reason why I don't do it is I've like been doing check-ins all day.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fucking, I can't be asked to do my own check-ins.
Bit knackered.
But I was a bit lazy, so I'll do it on a Saturday.
Yeah. It's a good shout, man.
Okay, so.
Oh, my legs are battered. Jesus.
Mine are. Oh, I actually hate training legs in a D volume. It's so shit.
Yeah.
Because legs are the one session where you have to be focused and amped up for to perform well. And I was like, going to into each set, like, I can't even take it all the way there. So what do I do? I've got to stay calm going to the set.
Yeah.
And I was like regressing by 2 reps on every single set because I couldn't get amped up for it.
You've just got to bear in mind that's not reflective of like your ability to perform it.
Yeah.
That's just the way it is. If you're not amped up and you're not mentally in it, like, you're going to drop reps. Like, I've been dropping a few reps here and there this whole like week back, and I think it's important to be self-aware in that aspect, and that it is a bit of a skill, to be honest, because I think someone who isn't as experienced could go into, like, say a week after a deload or a devolume, or say, for example, in a devolume week and be like, well, what the fuck's happening? Like, why are my lifts progressing? Why isn't my progression like linear? But sometimes it just doesn't work like that, and it takes a lot of training experience to then realise, like, okay, it's probably because of this. But then you've got to be careful that you don't go onto the other end of the spectrum and be like, oh, my lifts aren't progressing because of this. Like you, for example, mate, when you say, oh, I'm just not stable on a dumbbell press. No, you're just not.
Mate, did you see my dumbbell pressing? I was like, it felt so light in my hand. I was like this, shaking like a shitting dog. I'm never adding a dumbbell press in ever again.
Ever again.
Watch me. As soon as I come out of prep, I'm like, right, barbell squat going in, barbell bench press going in, conventional deadlift going in from the floor.
You're going to become a powerlifter.
Bent over dumbbell row. I'm just adding all these movements in at once. Get injured straight away.
You're gonna get into power building, bro.
Yeah, that's my next venture. Even though I've got like the worst body type for powerlifting ever.
I think you do better than in powerlifting than me.
No way,
mate. I can't even.
Oh yeah, because it's body weights, isn't it? It's like your class and your body weight. Maybe then, yeah.
And I wouldn't even be able to get into the positions that I need to.
Yeah,
get into.
I was thinking about bench press.
Yeah.
Like you'd be good at bench, but your squat and deadlift would be so bad for your body weight.
Would I? I think I'd be bad at bench because I've got really long arms.
You haven't got really long arms.
I've got pretty long arms.
You've got T-Rex arms, mate.
That's not true.
Your arms are not long.
We've got like pretty much the same wingspan.
Yeah, but your delt to delt volume, clavicular width is way, way bigger. And I'm smaller than you, so I've got way longer arms. Go on.
Right.
Okay,
all right. There's no need to
You've literally
shout.
got T-Rex arms.
Okay, all right.
You look like this.
That's just because of how stiff I am, not because of the
No,
length of
put your arm out.
Yeah.
Exactly. My arm is way longer.
No,
than
hang
yours.
on, wait, no. We'll do it this one. That makes more sense.
Yeah. My arms are ridiculously long.
Not by that much.
Mate,
like it's like there's
3
not
inches.
there's not that much there.
Yeah, but think about
3
your height,
inches is a lot.
3 inches is massive. It's a great size.
It's the perfect size.
No, you'd be good at bench. Your bench is good. You'd be able to do it. I reckon if you powerlifted, you'd be able to get 4 plates for a 1 rep max.
You reckon?
If you actually...
It's in lifetime.
No, like...
Relatively soon.
Yeah, if you actually
I could probably
program for powerlifting.
I could probably do 3 plates now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So if you actually program for powerlifting and peak for it.
Yeah.
But your bench would be your strongest lift, which is actually embarrassing. Because that's ridiculous.
No. Surely if I trained deadlifts, I could get like a 5-plate deadlift. If I pulled sumo, I could get more than my bench, definitely. Conventional, probably not.
Squat, you would get 0.
I wouldn't get 0. Oh yeah, because I just wouldn't be able to hit depth, would I?
Yeah, they'd be like, no lift.
I'd have to do a sumo squat. I'd have to be like out here.
Well, that's not a good look, that.
My sumo deadlift would be the exact same as my sumo squat.
What do you reckon your 1 rep maxes would be? If you, like say you were around this weight and you actually like programmed for powerlifting.
As in now?
And you've got 6 months to hit.
6 months?
For your competition.
I'm going to try and be realistic here.
Yeah.
I reckon bench like 150, I reckon.
Nah, you can do more than that for 1 rep.
You reckon?
You could do 140 for 1 rep now.
Okay, like 160 then.
I think 160 or 170.
170 is that's a bit outlandish, mate. That's a lot. That's a lot.
You've never tried to focus on strength.
Yeah, true.
I think let's go 160 then.
All right, okay, 160 bench. I reckon
70.
It'd be a shoddy squat.
What was that?
Stop. Seriously, stop.
That was a bit of diet fatigue.
That was a lot of diet fatigue.
Diet fatigue just makes you do random things.
I know, I'm severely diet fatigued right now. I
reckon you could squat 3 plates.
Probably, yeah, but that's embarrassing.
That's still really bad.
So embarrassing. And I reckon I could, if I was pulling sumo, I reckon I could pull like 200 to maybe 210, possibly.
So what would your total be? Your total would be...
I don't know.
360, about 500 kilos, which is a bit shit.
Is that a bit shit for my
For your body weight, that is really shit.
Really?
Yeah,
wouldn't be a very good powerlifter.
That would be like pretty shit for my body weight.
Really?
I think so. I don't actually know the averages.
No, neither.
What for me? Can I put on a bit of weight? I don't want to be powerlifting at 70 kilos.
Yeah, well, powerlifters can be fat.
Someone knock at our door.
No.
Right. This is the worst
feds.
podcast ever.
It's the feds. They're coming to cancel us.
Yeah.
What?
Just what I thought. All right. This is the Diet Fatigue podcast. We're going to change the name.
Yeah. No, we're gonna make the. So guys, I'll announce it here.
No, don't announce it.
Why
no,
not?
don't announce it.
Why not?
No, it's coming soon. We want to do a big release. Don't announce it.
I was just gonna say that we're gonna get another podcast going.
Okay.
Not the other top secret project that we're working on.
Yeah, go on then.
Yeah, we're making another podcast.
Because this one's been so successful already, we want to branch out again.
Yeah, exactly. With our good friends Leo and Harry.
Yeah.
And we're calling it the Diet Fatigue podcast.
Yes. Diet Fatigue podcast.
You have to say it like that. Diet Fatigue podcast.
Every intro we're going to go, I'll do it. I'll do the intro.
Yeah, because
hey guys, and welcome to the Diet Fatigue podcast.
You're the most diet fatigued out of all.
Oh yeah, well I'm the only one in the deficit.
Yeah.
Oh no, Harry is as well.
Yeah.
Although you wouldn't know, he doesn't lose weight.
No. Subtle dig.
No, I'm joking.
It's going to be good. I'm really excited. If Leo doesn't bottle it, it'll be good.
Yeah.
But I think he'll eventually come round.
Yeah. Can I go through my powerlifting table?
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, man,
sorry.
Everyone wants to hear this.
Everyone wants to hear
Right.
this.
So what weight can I be? I'll be
100 kilos.
yeah, just obese, clinically obese.
Yeah, but a lot of powerlifters are clinically obese.
Yeah, but imagine me at 100 kilos.
I think you'd be like big chungus, but like not like.
Did you see me at 185? That's 35 pounds on top of that.
Yeah, actually.
I didn't have a single line on my body apart from my calves at 185. I reckon I could squat.
Yeah, you got a lot more muscle now though. I reckon you'd probably be in the same composition as like. What am I trying to say?
No, I wouldn't. I've not got that much more muscle now.
Oh, okay.
I've probably got like a couple of pounds more muscle since then.
Okay, all right.
I'd be awful at 100 kilos. That's like my lifetime goal, to get to 100 kilos in an off season. Not like you should have weight goals, but all right. We're still rambling. We actually ramble so much.
I know, we're waffling.
Yeah.
We'll finish this and then we'll get into the questions.
I reckon I could, in 6 months' time, if I completely focused on strength and I put on a little bit of weight, because I'm a little bit too lean for powerlifting right now.
2-plate bench.
Yeah, it would be. I reckon I could get like
maybe like 110.
Yeah. My bench would be awful, but my squat and deadlift would be okay. I think my squat would probably be. I reckon I'll get 4 plates. I reckon I could squat 4 plates for 1. Maybe not actually. I've done 3 plates for reps before, so I reckon maybe if I focus on strength, I could get 4 plates for 1, and my deadlift would probably be 4 plates for 1 as well. So what's that? 360. Oh fucking hell! I don't even have a 500 total. That's awful.
That's pretty bad.
Mine would be like 470, which is better than yours considering I'll be. So we'd be the worst. We'd be the best powerlifters in Ohio.
In Ohio, yeah.
All right, let's go on to some questions. We've been rambling way too much.
I've got 0 questions.
Really?
0. Well, no, I've got 1.
And it's a delinquent question for me.
Absolutely delinquent. I can't believe it.
Right.
My homies have let me down.
We'll pause the podcast quickly.
Okay.
For a toilet break, and then we'll be back with the questions. Hey, what's this?
What?
You just put in that pose on the sofa. That can go in the trailer. That.
Proper exposed me there.
Yeah.
I was relaxing.
I saw you on the sofa. Like, I'm gonna start recording. Right, let's start with the questions. You've only got 1, so you might. No, we'll save yours to last. Yeah, because
it is a funny one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's start with Nayan. Nayan says favourite gym drip.
Favourite gym.
This has changed for a lot for you in the last year because he basically just now copies me.
I don't think it was.
It was.
No.
You were like, oh, Ryan looks sick in his oversized clothes.
No, it wasn't that. I'll tell you what it was. Who's going first?
You go first.
Okay. So originally, I was like, I really enjoyed wearing a stringer in the gym.
That's embarrassing.
Because I thought I was so solid. And to be honest, the rationale behind it was, I thought I looked decent in a stringer. So if I'm feeling good about myself in the gym, I'll perform better.
I thought you did like see your muscles, like in the mirror.
And also because I was a bit of a mind to muscle neeg, I was very overly reliant on like connecting with my muscles, and I'm a visual learner naturally, so I basically trained in a stringer also because I could see myself, which is so bro thinking about it now, but it sort of makes sense.
And it takes away from the lift, the fact that you were looking in the mirror while doing the lift.
Anyway, yeah, since going to Ultraflex, like I think seeing a lot of people wearing like oversized stuff kind of like swayed me towards it, and also because this is another reason. I saw myself a fair few times on like different people's like YouTube videos and like Instagram reels and stuff. And I looked at myself and I was
this is the sport of memory. Wait.
no. Don't say it. No, seriously, don't say it.
Okay, so Laurence had just moved to Ultraflex, right? And George Osborne was training there at the time. And in one of George's YouTube videos, Laurence was in the background and George just started going, fucking hell, someone stinks of BO. And Laurence was like right behind him. And I saw that, I was like,
And he was
way.
He was like, fucking stinks. Why don't people put on BO?
Why didn't people put on deodorant before going to the gym?
To be honest, it probably was me.
Probably was, yeah.
Probably smelled.
You were just in the background doing your lateral raises.
Yeah, that was pretty embarrassing.
That was outrageous from George.
That was, yeah. I feel like he was like in prep at that time, wasn't he? So
I think he just started prep.
Yeah, it's probably a bit aggy. Sorry, George. Sorry, mate.
You came in there stinking a BO. He completely exposed you on the YouTube video.
I know. He didn't care. He didn't care whatsoever.
You do stink though.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's not very nice.
Sorry, mate. Sorry.
So yeah, like so on that, I kept on seeing myself in like people's YouTube videos, and I was like, I look small, like I look shit, and it might be because like I've moved to Ultraflex. I kept on seeing all these massive bodybuilders that were just huge, and then there was me. I'd gone from like feeling pretty jacked in my uni gym to then probably being one of the smallest at Ultraflex, which is a good thing, but I was like, oh, fucking hell.
How do you think I feel?
Yeah, that's true. But you were already wearing oversized stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't like the way that I look on other people's videos.
Is that really the reason why you changed?
Yeah,
Oh,
genuinely. I didn't like it at all, and I was like, right, fucking hell, I can't. And then also, to be fair, around that time period, I was getting a lot fatter.
Yeah.
So and I was looking worse and worse, and I was like, yeah, I just don't really like the way that I look. I'm gonna like go oversized, and then ever since then, to be fair, I've just stuck with it. Like, and I actually, to be honest, now, if I see myself in the mirror and say I'm wearing a stringer, and I don't look the way that I want to, and that's very dependent on how good of a pump that I've got.
You get ridiculous pumps sometimes though.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Like when you're lean, your pumps are. I've never seen anything like it. Like you're double in size. It's ridiculous.
I literally do like it. It completely changes the way that I look.
I'm there fighting for my life to get 1 ounce of blood in my muscles.
Yeah, I really like. Say if I do like a couple of high rep sets, I can get a really, really good pump. Like it feels. The only way I can describe it is like skin blistering. Do you know what I mean? Like it feels like my skin's stretching.
I guess you're on a lot more food than I am as well when you're
true,
dieting. So.
True. Okay, I'm waffling. I'd say like in terms of brands, I do quite like Gymshark, to be fair. I do.
Yeah,
like
you are a Gymshark.
Yeah. I really like Lululemon as well. I've got a fair few bits of Lululemon.
You're so basic.
I know, mate. I've got an MBW hoodie as well. That just means I'm a natural BB. I haven't really conformed to any of the mainstream bodybuilding brands,
neither.
like trained by JP.
Gasp.
Gasp, yeah. I haven't got...
Harrison's sponsored by Gasp.
Is it?
No.
Yeah, he loves Gasp, doesn't he? I don't see him in anything other than Gasp.
Your wig nearly came off there, mate.
Fuck you. Yeah, I'm not saying Gasp isn't nice. I actually quite like Gasp, but it's just so expensive. Yeah.
And we're broke, so.
Yeah. What else? I can't. Is there anything else that I?
They don't even know the brands, mate.
No. Well, I think my main ones are Gymshark and Lululemon.
My rationale's going to sound so much more simple than yours. I literally just wear what's most comfy.
I also do that. I also wear
that's
custom
what.
clothes.
These are just goated. These like pajamas.
Sure.
I don't care what I look like in the gym at all. I quite like the feeling of not caring about what other people think.
I've completely got past that point. Like, I wouldn't get my feet out on a hinge pattern if I cared what people thought. So
yeah, you make so much more progress in the gym if you don't care what people think.
Yeah. Also,
the pajama bottoms at least add like 10 kilos per lift.
They literally don't.
My black and white ones are like embarrassing, but
you've regressed since wearing them.
Have I? Yeah, probably have. Yeah. I probably have.
And hang on a minute. You say that you don't conform to the mainstream bodybuilding brands. I've seen you in a Monster Factory hoodie.
Yeah, but I've had that for years.
Yeah, but that's still mainstream.
Is that mainstream?
I think so. Yeah, in terms of bodybuilding. Yeah.
I don't think it's like a
fucking hell.
A trend though. Like I'd say like gasp is a bit of a trend.
Yeah, you see a lot of trained by JP as well.
Like, does the gasp stuff actually look? I don't think it looks great. No offense, Harrison. Harrison looks good in them, but I don't think it looks. I don't know why they're so expensive.
I quite like them.
I'll try this.
Yeah. I don't know why it's so expensive, but I do like.
I guess they're good quality.
Stuff. Yeah.
But
sure.
Yeah, so I literally just wear oversized stuff. That's it.
Yeah.
I wear Uniqlo t-shirts because they're cheap and they're good quality.
Sure.
That's literally it. And
is our gym drip lacking?
I literally don't care.
Yeah.
What I wear to the gym.
Yeah. Nairn's a bit of a fashion guru, isn't he?
Yeah, Nairn knows his fashion.
Yeah. I feel like Nairn, sort us out. Seriously, sort us out.
Should we get hire Nairn as our fashion coach?
Yeah, because we're big.
HO is our business coach.
Yeah, business mentor.
Business mentor.
Yeah.
Nairn's our fashion mentor.
Yeah.
You're
my actual coach.
Yeah.
Like bodybuilding coach.
We need to hire a posing coach.
Yeah.
We're going to have a coach for every single aspect of life possible.
Sure.
Nutrition coach.
Race coach.
I don't do that.
Who would be our race coach?
None of my mates have Riz. Who's got the most Riz on my mates? Nah, they're all awful. Adam Wynn's got the most Riz.
Nice.
He's going to like that as well, that I said that. It's just, he's got the most charisma, which gives you the most Riz in my opinion.
Nice.
So, I'm going Adam Wynn.
Win the Rizzler.
Yeah, the Rizzler of Oz. Alright, next question. No more waffling. Who would win in an arm wrestle? Natty Nairn or Larry Wheels? That's easy. Natty Nairn.
This went down, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Yeah.
At Starbucks.
Yeah.
Nairn has actually arm wrestled Larry Wheels before.
Yeah, I know.
I think he
smoked him.
He broke Larry Wheels' arm, didn't he?
Yeah, I had that as well.
Yeah.
Larry Wheels is also natty as well now. Well, not natty, but he's off gear.
Because when you come off gear, no matter how long you've been on gear from before, you're natty.
Yeah, or
you came off cycle the day before, gone back to a cruise, I'm natty now.
Or if you've just come on gear but you're on TRT, that also means that you're natty.
Yeah, you're natty.
100% natty. You're 100% natural, man.
Not like you're completely adding testosterone into you're completely stopping your natural production of testosterone.
That looked a bit sus what I just did there. That was intended as like a needle in the arse.
Yeah, you got no idea what that feels like, do you?
No, I don't.
Tips on balancing social life with training and nutrition.
It's a good question. That's a great question.
We can't answer this one. We don't have a social life.
No, literally no social life whatsoever. I see my girlfriend and...
As little as possible.
No, that's not true. That's literally not true. She's came round twice this week, I'll have you know.
And you locked her in the room while we watched Breaking Bad?
She had placement the next day.
Yeah, use all the excuses you want, mate.
Me and Ellie watched The Last of Us on Monday as well. We put Breaking Bad on hold. No, it was on Monday.
You literally locked her in the room. You're like, don't come out. We're watching Breaking Bad. You can stay in there. If you want food, ring me. You can have one glass of water.
This didn't happen. This is false. Yeah, I mean, are we really qualified to answer this question?
Yeah, 100%. We've been at uni.
Yeah, I suppose. But I don't think I balanced it very well.
Do you not think?
No, I was either one or the other.
Really?
I think I did really struggle to balance it. I was either fat and drinking loads or just like all out bodybuilding. I don't think I ever really found a balance.
Rose all or nothing.
All or nothing, yeah.
I think the main thing is it's the same answer for everything though, routine.
Yeah.
Like, routine and also not feeling the need to go all the way there when you are drinking. We spoke about this last week, but going out once a week and planning around it that's the main thing, planning forward and planning in advance.
Yeah.
Or what do you mean by social life? Because you can definitely fit things into your social life which won't affect your bodybuilding at all. For example, going out for meals with your family,
Yeah.
having meals at home with your family rather than being on your meal plan 100% of the time.
Socialising doesn't just mean drinking.
Yeah, exactly. That's true. That's a big thing. You don't need to drink to socialise.
Also, not beating yourself up about going out and doing whatever you like in terms of socialising. Like, I feel like,
I think socialising is actually beneficial.
yeah,
Like,
can be.
definitely. I think,
Yeah, in terms of like not burning out.
yeah, 100%. And you need those social interactions to maintain healthy mental health.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I think the main thing is that you don't, doing these social occasions aren't going to take away from your physique development at all. If you can plan around them and say you got a meal with the family and you can predict the amount of calories in that meal pretty well, then just plan around it, leave that amount of calories for the meal, and then you'll stay on track.
Yeah.
If you're a few hundred calories over, a few hundred calories under, that's not going to make a difference in the long term. You don't have to be 100% in all of the time, especially when you're not trying to maximise things, when you're not in a bodybuilding prep. That's the only time I'd ever say that you have to be 100%.
Sure.
Because there's such minute variables which you need to manage in a bodybuilding prep that you need to be 100%. But if you're just like a casual gym goer, there's no reason at all why you can't stay on track with your social life and make time for training, make time for your social occasions as well. So just making sure that you're planning ahead is the biggest thing in order to stay on track. Planning rest days after the day you're drinking, if you are going out for a drink, making sure you're still having these social occasions because they are definitely important. You don't want to take away from your social life because then you'll have these negative connotations with the gym, that the gym does take away from your social life. But if you can implement them and balance it with the gym, then the gym will just be an addition to your life, a benefit to your life. So
Absolutely, yeah.
yeah, that's the main thing.
I think we need
planning
to take
ahead.
I think we need to take our own advice on that one.
Why?
Because we literally don't go. You're in prep, to be fair. So, and I'm going.
Yeah, but our social life is the gym. A lot of the time.
Yeah, actually, we do chat to loads of people in Ultra.
You chat to people way too much. You like go and have a conversation for like half an hour.
That's not true. No, that's not
How long
true.
were you talking to Harrison for yesterday?
Quite a while. But me and Harrison are both really chatty people, so I feel like I feel rude, like just saying, right, I need to get on with it. But to be honest, I think I probably need to do that a bit more. Just say to like people I'm chatting to, right, let me just get on with it now.
I'll tell you this in a lot of your check-ins, I don't know, when you're like, you want to be 100% on plan all the time in an off-season. I'm like, go out for a meal with Ellie.
Yeah.
Like, have these social occasions. Because there's going to be times where you can't have those social occasions.
Yeah, where you want to, and you'll think,
oh, why don't I make the most of it in the off-season?
Yeah. But I don't think that's not because I don't want to. It's because of a financial issue right now. Yeah.
But you can still do things which aren't.
Yeah, that don't cost a lot. Yeah, absolutely. You're right. You're right.
So what do they even give us value there? Plan ahead is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
And make time for it. Which actually would lead on to a different question, which Robbie asked. He asked, advice to balance work, gym and study. This is a big one because a lot of people don't think they've got enough time to go to the gym.
Yeah.
But if you look at your screen time on your phone and see how often you're on your phone per day and how often you're doing things which aren't particularly productive, so scrolling through social media, watching YouTube, watching Netflix, these things often take a lot of your day. And if you can just minimise those things, minimise the time doing the least productive things, that will give you enough time during the day to go to the gym, no matter what. You just got to make time for it and prioritise it, because everyone's got enough time in the day to have at least an hour workout 3 times per week. There's no one that I know who doesn't have the time to do that. Yeah. No one is working 24/7 from the moment they get up to the moment they go to sleep. There's always time in the day to make time for it. All you have to do is manage your time better. So make sure you're not doing things throughout the day which are wasting your time. Potentially meal prep, so you don't have to spend time cooking. So I meal prep once every 3 days, and that does all my food for the next 3 days. So I have a lot more time during the day. I can just pick up my food and eat. So there's no time wasted there. Not spending time scrolling through your phone in bed at night. That's going to save you like half an hour to an hour a night, which can then go to other things during the day. You've just got to prioritise the gym and make time for it. And also, again, staying in a really good routine, and that will allow you to get your work in, get your study in at the exact same time each day. get the gym in the exact time each week. And remember that you don't have to train 6 times a week for 2 hours a day. You can easily make a load of progress. I'd even say you could probably make a lot of progress with 2 full body sessions a week. That's it. Like, you don't need to be spending loads of time in the gym. If you can make time for like 2 or 3 hours a week to go to the gym and just make your sessions as efficient as possible, you can definitely get away with that little amount of time spent in the gym and still make a load of progress. So it's just about finding time for it and prioritising it. The reason why you're not making time for the gym is because you're prioritising other things, which potentially won't bring you as much benefit as the gym. So,
good answer, mate.
Anything to add to that?
I think you've covered most things out. I think the most important thing is like you mentioned in the previous question, like routine, and making sure that you plan things out. Because if you're planning things out, then you know exactly what you're going to do at a specific time, and then there's going to be no road bumps. There's going to be nothing stopping you from just getting to the gym. And like you said, like a workout doesn't have to be like 2-3 hours. You could literally make it 45 minutes to an hour.
The reason why me and Laurence have like 2 to 3 hour sessions 5 times a week is because we love it. And that's where we have our fun. So, but there's absolutely no reason why you need to do that.
Yeah.
I think you could be 100% optimal with like 4 sessions a week, or even 3 for a beginner, and like an hour session each one.
Yeah. I think the combination of us really enjoying it, also knowing a lot of people that go to Ultraflex, and like that's kind of our like social time as well with other people.
And it's kind of our jobs.
And it's
to train.
Yeah, and it not yet, but
as in like we need to train and lead from the front in our jobs. We can't be an online coach without leading from the front.
Yeah, I think it contributes a lot to the career that we want to go into. So yeah, I think it's beneficial in that aspect. But yeah, you really don't have to spend like 2-3 hours in the gym. I think for most people that's actually unproductive.
Yeah, 100%.
I think you can create like a really good upper session or a lower session or even a full body session that's like an hour long. And also I think something that really contributes to the time that we spend in the gym is our rest times. We rest a lot in between sets because we're at a training age where
we're so ridiculously strong.
Yeah. We train at an intensity and at a volume that basically means that we have to rest for a long period of time.
Everything goes into every single set.
Exactly, yeah. Why are you interrupting me? I was literally going to say that.
I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry.
Wow.
I'm talking too much this podcast.
Yeah, you're speaking was. You're chatting was.
I'm chatting was.
Yeah. You ruined my flow.
Sorry,
you ruined my flow,
I'm
man.
sorry.
I was on one then. What was I going to say? Yeah, basically the exercises that we do and the intensity that we perform them at, we need extra recovery time. Like we basically just go into sets when we feel recovered enough to perform it, like when we're not aching, and that can take a fair bit of time to happen. Whereas, like, say if you're someone who doesn't really take training that seriously, doesn't train to the intensity that we do,
you would need less rest time.
Yeah, you'll need less rest time, basically. Yeah.
You know what we could do to add some value to this?
Go on.
We could go through each session and literally tell people how small you can make them and still maximise them. Because you can literally minimise them and just do the absolute essential movements in each session.
Yeah.
So for a push session, you need
a
lateral, a chest compound.
Yeah. Maybe a high incline.
No, you don't need a high incline because you're getting front delt in the chest compound. A lateral, a chest compound.
Yeah.
A tricep isolation for your long head.
Yeah.
Those are you can do a 3. Obviously, you probably want to do a little bit more. If you absolutely had to minimise it.
Well, you could do, you could do a lateral chest compound,
tricep isolation and abs.
Yeah, like an overhead extension and then abs. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like.
That's a smaller push session could be if you really wanted it to be.
Yeah.
Pull could literally be
hinge.
Yeah, a hinge, a lat focus pull down.
Yeah.
A hinge,
upper back
row, and a bicep curl.
Yeah.
four movements again.
Sure.
A leg session could be a leg curl, a leg extension,
Squat, leg press.
No, you don't even need both of them.
Yeah, true.
Leg curl, leg extension, leg press, calf.
Yeah,
4 movements.
sure. These could be like really, really productive sessions.
Exactly,
as well.
and because you're doing such low volume and such a low amount of work, the amount of effort which can go into each of those sets is really high. So
Yeah.
I'd rather actually do less movements and putting more into them.
Sure.
If you're short on time.
Yeah.
And then for upper, you could literally do a lateral, a chest press, so an incline press,
I've just dribbled.
an upper back row,
For God's sake.
a lat pull down, a bicep curl, a tricep extension. So 6 movements. Lateral, an upper session will be a bit longer just because there's obviously more muscle groups which you need to cover. So yeah, again,
I feel like my shorts are riding up my legs.
your
I'm
ass is
such
just,
a fidget bum.
your ass is just too big, man.
No, just my quads, mate.
Is
My
it?
quads are too big.
I don't get that problem.
Do you not?
My legs are actually better than my upper body right now. Like,
Really?
in terms of a physique standpoint. Because of how lean they are,
Yeah.
but they look better than my upper body. Which is crazy because my legs aren't better than my upper body.
Question.
I need
Sorry.
another break.
Oh,
Sorry.
you're so diet fatigued.
Sorry, mate. Sorry. Okay, next question. How to stay fit / maintain on holiday? Come on, I've answered the last ones.
To be honest, I would just say be smart with your food choices. Like, don't. Obviously, have a good time. Like, don't be overly restrictive on holiday. But at the same time, you don't need to like binge eat to have fun. You know, make sure that you're obviously staying active as well. So make sure that you get a fair bit of expenditure in. So I don't know whether that's like swimming or going on walks. You know, just make sure that you're getting a relatively high amount of expenditure in. Potentially get a few gym sessions in as well. But yeah, the main thing is I wouldn't obviously go and try the cuisine of that like specific culture that you're going to, but you don't have to binge eat to you know have a good time. You can still eat at maintenance and still enjoy food wherever you've gone. With drinking, I'd say just plan ahead. So on the days that say you're like heavily drinking, I don't know, say it's like a lad's holiday, potentially like cater for the calories that you think you're going to have when drinking alcohol. So maybe have like slightly less carbohydrate in the day. And then, yeah,
I'd say backloading your calories is definitely an easy way of doing things because you're not going to be eating out every single meal. So if like throughout the start of the day, your first couple of meals could just be like a protein shake, a protein bar, or a protein serving, and then that will save a lot of your bank of calories for later on in the day. So you're not actually going massively over your calories or massively over your maintenance calories because you're saving so many for later on in the day in that big meal, which will allow you to then enjoy the meal a lot more because you can be a little bit more free with your food choices in that meal because you've had so many calories saved from early on in the day. The same applies for alcohol, so minimising your calorie intake early on in the day. As I spoke about last week, maximising your hydration around your drinking window. And then with training, what I'd say is that if you're on like a, say, 5-day split, just bring that down. You're not going to be growing while you're on holiday anyway because you're not going to have the best equipment in terms of maximising your sessions for each session. So I'd say bring that split down, change your split, potentially go to 1 time per week frequency, hit like 1 push session, 1 pull session, 1 leg session in the week. So you're only training 3 times. That will allow you to stay on track in terms of your lifts or stay on track in terms of getting in that gym session, but also not having to spend every single day in the gym. I'd also say potentially lining up a deload with a holiday is very useful because you're not going to be training that effectively during that week anyway. So using it as a time to mitigate some fatigue and drop off some fatigue from a training perspective could be a good idea as well. So lining up a deload, saving your calories for later on in the day, and just trying to remain active. So increasing your step count, as Laurence said, trying to stay active with the amount of activities you're doing. If you're lying around all day on the sunbed, you're probably not going to have a very high energy expenditure compared to normal, and therefore you're not going to be able to eat as much food. So yeah, those 3 things are the main things there.
I think it's important to enjoy your holiday though. Like the thing is,
1 week isn't going to make a difference to your progress.
No, not at all. No.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's also good to hit the reset button sometimes and say if you're going on holiday and you have a really good time and you let yourself go a bit,
What's the worst that can happen?
Well, I was going to say that actually it can be good in terms of like not burning out. So it could aid in further adherence down the line if you've had that holiday, you've had that time off to relax, and then you get back into the gym and you're super motivated to go again. Whereas if you weren't going on holiday.
I don't know why Robbie's asking this.
Why?
He didn't even train. He's like, how do I stay fit on holiday? No, you need to ask how do you stay fit in actual life.
Just
Sorry, that's harsh. I'm sorry,
Oh,
Robbie.
that's horrible.
I'm sorry, Robbie.
Absolutely horrible.
Well, you need to check in with me. That's what it is. He never checks in.
He's asking for the content.
Yeah,
he's giving us content.
He's being a good friend.
Exactly. And you've just absolutely rinsed him.
Sorry, mate.
You're awful. You're all about the friend.
I am. I'm a really bad friend.
I was going to say as well, to be fair, most holiday locations, you know how you're saying you might not have the best equipment. Like, say, I don't know, say if you're going on holiday to Dubai, you've got so many options in terms of like amazing gyms.
It's your casual holiday to Dubai.
Yeah, okay. Well, to be honest, in most locations, you'd still have like a decent gym option. Like wherever you go, I think you could still find a pretty.
You can get a workout anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
Some kind of energy expenditure to stay active, basically.
Sure.
All right, how many more have I got? Robbie's actually asked loads, so thank you, Robbie. I was being rude. I didn't realise
absolutely rinsed
I didn't realise how many he asked. So
awful.
Okay. This one's quite funny.
Yeah.
Why do you pull your boxes up and give yourself wedgies when posing?
Who's asked that?
Robbie.
Is that Robbie?
So there's actually a reason for this. The reason why you pull your boxes up is to hide your hips or your waist, and therefore it gives yourself a better illusion of having better shape, basically. That's the reason. They're more similar. What?
Oh, I just did it because it feels good.
Oh, mate, don't say that. No, it basically makes them more similar to posing trunks when you pull your boxes up. Because they sit on your waist more like posing trunks will, and therefore they give you a better representation of how you'd look in posing trunks.
I had a fair few.
We're not doing it to be sus.
I had a fair few comments on my...
yours was sus though.
What?
You're most muscular where you're grabbing your dick.
I'm not grabbing it,
He is.
cusping it.
Go to Laurence's Instagram page.
No, don't.
Check his pinned post. It's so sus.
Nah, it's not. It's not my pinned one. Is it my pinned one?
Our battery ran out of charge, but that is the reason why we pull our boxes up. We promise. Okay, next question. Can gym improve your posture? If so, what exercises can you do to improve this? This is actually a good one because you know my client Callum?
Yeah.
He has anterior pelvic tilt.
Yeah.
And the reason for this is due to tight hip flexors.
Yeah, sitting down.
Yeah.
Sitting down isn't... as humans, you're not meant to sit down like... Well, it's not
Ever.
like...
You've got to be grinding all day.
Yeah. Working in the shadows. No, but yes, lifting can help with posture.
100%.
Like good form on like, say, like a deadlift, for example, can really help with posture. What else?
Posture is usually due to imbalances. So, for example, if you've got really strong glutes and really weak quads, that can then cause your body to be pulled in certain ways, because if you've got a stronger area, you're more likely to be tight in that area, and therefore it can pull your body in certain ways. Absolutely. So that's the main reason for postural problems is imbalances between muscle groups, and therefore training those muscle groups can definitely help with balancing your body out in terms of front and back, side to side.
Yeah, I think I was going to say as well, like say if you have, this is kind of similar to what you've just said, but say if you have any particularly weak muscle groups that contribute to like stabilizing your posture or like stabilizing important like parts of your body. So for example, when I was in first year of uni, I had like quite bad lower back pain, to be fair, and I could never figure it out. I was constantly trying to stretch it out, which just did fuck all, basically. I was like, what's wrong with it? Like, why is it like, why am I in so much pain? But it was genuinely because my glutes were so weak, and I'd not like tried to do any like hip thrust movements, or I didn't hip hinge, so I wasn't going into any hip flexion under load, meaning that they were very weak essentially. And your glutes, one, are the biggest muscle in your body, so they act as like...
Mine's not.
No, it is in general, your glutes.
Nah, my chest as well.
Your chest is big.
And my calves are bigger than that.
You reckon you've got more muscle in your chest than your glutes?
Yeah, man.
You're capping. So yeah, like once I started doing stuff like hip thrusts and hip hinges, like my funnily enough, my lower back pain just like completely went away, and it's because a lot of muscles act as like stabilizers for joints.
My shoulder blades roll forward.
Yeah.
Because my chest is a strong point and my upper back's a weak point.
Yeah.
But having more muscle in my chest causes it to be tighter. Therefore, it pulls my shoulder blades forward like this.
Sure.
So to improve that, or to improve that posture, I'd have to work on my upper back muscles to try and balance it out my chest, and therefore have a little bit more balance.
You really need to work on your upper back muscles, mate. I've seen you on that prime row. What's your top set now? Like plate and a half? It's pathetic.
3.25. Oh. It's still pathetic.
That's not even my back off.
Mate.
My back off's 4 plates.
Did you see your upper back before I coached you?
Yeah.
It was awful.
It was
you had no back.
Yeah, I know.
And now look at you.
And now look at me. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all me.
Why didn't you do it on your own then?
I was just waiting. Waiting for the right time, yeah. I was
you didn't want to make the shows too unfair next year. So
yeah.
You only gave yourself a year to grow.
Yeah.
Fair enough, mate. Fair enough. That's a nice thing. That's a humble thing to do. That.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing as well. That's why I've got no muscle.
You know, I've got to make the competitive NPD.
I've got such good shape that I didn't want to put muscle on.
Yeah.
So I thought I'd make it a little bit more fair.
Yeah.
I'll keep the good shape, just have no muscle at all.
We've got to keep these 9 divisions competitive, you know.
Yeah, true.
Because we need.
Imagine my shape or my like waist with your muscle. We'd be unstoppable.
I've got good shape anyway.
Yeah, but imagine my waist with your muscle.
I've got good waist anyway.
It's all right. It's good for your like size.
Nah, fuck you. Whatever.
What's your waist? 40 inches?
Yeah, but I'm fat.
Still. When I was fat, my waist was 32.
Whatever.
Alright, so that's your answer. Yes, gym can definitely help with your posture. And shout out to Callum as well. I like a shout out. He has anterior pelvic tilt.
Shout out to Callum.
Just completely breaking client confidentiality. Sorry, mate. Okay. Benefits and disadvantages to when training on your own versus training with someone else. Don't train with someone else because it's awful.
You were literally asking yesterday, oh, please train with me, please.
Prep's too hard. Prep's got too hard.
Yeah, talking about, like, you literally, like, earlier in the podcast, you were like, just get on with it. Seriously, prep is so easy. And yesterday you were like, mate, seriously, you need to train with me.
No, I just want a training partner again. That's all it is.
Sure. Shall I take this one?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah, so I think having a training partner, I think, is better than training on your own. However, the circumstances have to be right.
Yeah.
So, for example, if your training partner, say, they can't be your training partner if they're on a different split, for example. But say your training partner works at a different intensity, has different goals to you, trains in a different way, so say your training partner could leave reps in reserve, they could like periodize, I don't know, I'm making it relative to like say if we were looking for a training partner.
I wouldn't associate with them.
You wouldn't even
Wouldn't even speak to them.
Yeah. They could have a different style of training. So like me and, for example, Alex could never train together because he's training specifically for boxing and strength and conditioning. Yeah, whereas I'm like more predominantly bodybuilding.
Predominantly.
Yeah, I'm not all in, man. No. I'm looking to actually like be an athlete on the side and do a bit of sprinting.
Fair enough, mate.
10% sprinting, 90% bodybuilding.
No, but sprinting does build the best physiques.
Yeah, definitely, man. 100%.
It's not the best physique sprint.
No, yeah, it's that sprinting
is what built that physique.
Yeah,
100%.
Absolutely. So yeah, I feel like having a training partner with all your goals aligned, that trains at the same intensity with you, has the same vision and goal with you, and also that you just get on with, like me and Ryan spend a lot of time with each other, and I feel like if we didn't get on with each other, then it would just be a bit of a nightmare. So yeah, having someone that really aligns with your goals. But then on the flip side, say if, for example, you have someone to train with, but say, I think one of the biggest not even a pet peeve, but one of the biggest barriers for me, like having a training partner, is that they've got to match my intensity and intent during the session. Like say if they're a bit half-assed and they're not that bothered about training and they're not as into it as me, I then think what's the point? I don't see the value in this partnership. I think a training partner should really be like pushing you towards what you're trying to achieve and giving you constructive feedback and criticism and holding you accountable at times. So that's Ryan's really good for that. And not only is he my training partner, but he's my coach as well. So, you know, if I'm slacking in an area in training or if I'm not doing something that I'm meant to be doing,
It's never in training though, is it?
Nah, because I'm actually training is probably the most competent area.
Adherent area, definitely.
Yeah, absolutely. But even then, I still make mistakes and I still do stuff that I don't know. Maybe I'm not meant to do, and you do.
Did you do your clavicular fly on Monday?
Yeah.
I thought you'd forget.
No, I did it.
How was it?
It was
Did you do
okay. Yeah, I used the Genesis cable thing and on
Genesis?
you know the
BTEC Prime.
Yeah, basically, and you know how you've programmed a drop set on it.
I guess you can't do that because
Yeah, we might have to change it. I mean, it was okay, but
rest pause.
yeah, I could do a rest pause, but I dropped it and the pin didn't quite go in, and when I put you know how it's a proper ball ache to put the cuffs back on. I put them back on. Went to do it, and I went like that, and the pin wasn't quite in, so it stopped.
No.
And I took the cuffs off. I was like, oh fucking hell! Like my drop set's ruined. Well, I didn't say that, but I was getting really annoyed basically. But yeah, watch me next time I do it because I don't think I did it right.
You might have set it up a little bit wrong.
I think I did. Yeah, I was very flared out and I was
doing a front delt fly.
It was basically a shoulder press. Yeah, I was like, I ain't getting much. Like,
I'm doing this to isolate my upper chest. And I'm still using my front delts.
Oh god.
Sorry, I completely took you off track.
It's alright, mate. I pretty much said everything that I was going to say, to be honest, about training partners.
I have to go through like periods of wanting to train on my own and periods of wanting to train a partner. It's a bit weird.
Yeah.
I guess it's where your mindset is at that point.
Yeah.
But yeah,
you're just such a lone wolf when you want to train on your own.
I'm just so focused.
Yeah, so locked in.
I'm in the shadows.
Yeah, nobody go near me. Stop.
Hood up.
Yeah, hood up. Well,
Right.
that is the lone wolf mentality right there.
But honestly, it's just your preference.
Yeah.
But you need someone to match you. That's the main thing.
Yeah,
if you do have a training partner, making sure that they're adding to your session and not taking away from it.
100%.
Okay. What else have we got here? We're nearly done.
How many more are we going to do? Because I need to put on food.
I've only got 2 more.
Oh, sounds. Are we 2 more? Then Leo's. Then done.
Yeah.
Cool.
So Argon asks. Oh no, wait. Okay, I'll ask one from Argon and one from Harrison.
Okay.
Argon asks, should your legs be straight in the lengthened range on a leg curl?
What? In the lengthen range?
Yeah, like should you completely straighten your leg?
But that's in the shorten range on a leg.
No, it's not.
Wait, on a
Leg curl.
Oh, I thought you said leg extension. Oh, sorry.
Technically, on paper, yes, you should. To fully lengthen the hamstrings, you need to have a straight leg. But often, going into that range can also incorporate some hip flexor when you go into the concentric. So I'd say find out if you can go into that range without incorporating hip flexor when you go into the concentric, because I can't. If I have my leg too straight at the top of a leg curl, I'd then automatically use my hip flexor to initiate the next rep. So see which works best for you. If you can keep the tension on the hamstring, then yes, you do want to go into a full knee extension. But if not, and you find it going to a different muscle group, an auxiliary muscle group, then I'd just go slightly short of fully lengthened. Yeah.
Yeah, good answer.
Not much else to add there.
Yeah.
Harrison Smith says how to get big rear delts. Don't know why he's asking this.
No.
But because he's got the most overdeveloped rear delts I've ever seen.
Biggest rear delts in the game.
They are ridiculous.
I want to see these rear delts.
I was like, never do a rear delt fly ever again. I was like,
it's crazy how like people have like just like outlandishly big like insert muscle group like
it's usually due to like that muscle taking over on another lift. So front delts can often take over in a press.
Yeah.
I'm guessing for Harrison, he often uses a lot of rear delt in his rowing.
Yeah.
That's probably why they're so big.
Sure.
But yeah, I don't think he needs an answer for that because he's got way better rear delts than me. He's got better rear delts than you.
Yeah. Christ. Yeah. Well, I don't even know. But I'm assuming he does.
He does.
Right. Archive. Last question.
You know it. I don't know why you're looking at it.
I wouldn't be able to like regurgitate it without. I can't believe guys, come on. I only got one question this week. This is unacceptable from my fans.
Yeah, come on, guys. Please, can you like, share, comment, spread the podcast for us?
Yeah.
We'd massively appreciate it. Just put it on your stories.
Yeah.
And say that you were listening to it. We'd really appreciate that.
5-star on Spotify as well.
We need to.
Or just rate it. Just rate what you think of it.
No, 5 stars. Do not rate it if you're not going to give us 5 stars.
Okay.
Please share it.
Right, so final question from Leo. This is...
Our mums have turned off at this point, so...
Yeah, I fucking hope so. This is Leo, this is shocking. I can't believe you've asked this. I can only answer this as well because you're incorporated in the question.
Right.
Okay, all right.
I've also got one very similar from Harrison, so we can do both of them.
Yeah, I suppose. HL isn't as in Harry, our mate. HL is an inch in your mouth. Ryan is an inch in your ass. Are you moving forward or backward?
Awful. Awful.
Shocking.
And I've got...
Hang on, wait.
No, it's the same question, but with different people. So from Harrison...
Well, oh, for fuck's sake. Let me answer mine and then... I'm probably moving back into you, mate, because realistically, you've got a tiny penis, and I reckon Harry's got a big schlong.
He is 6'6".
Yeah, he's 6'6". There's no other reason why I'd assume that he has a big penis, but he's 6'6".
You're so sus, mate. This podcast. So you're moving back. What's the real reason? That you just fancy me more?
No, it's because you've got a small penis, mate.
How would you know?
The damage that's going to be caused is going to be less if I move back into you.
And Harrison asked the exact same question. Laurence is 1 inch inside of you from the front. Andrew Jacked. Andrew Jacked is 1 inch inside from the back. Are you moving forward or back? And this is so easy. Lawrence, I'm moving forward 100%. Andrew Jacked.
I don't even.
Are you crazy?
I don't even take offence to that.
There's no way you're packing more than Andrew Jacked. No way at all.
There's no way now.
You're not even packing more than Ian Belair or like...
No, not a chance.
Sean Clarida.
Anyone. Don't
5'2" Sean Clarida.
Fuck the bodybuilders, man. Anyone.
You're not packing more than anyone at all.
No.
Yeah, fair enough. I'm the same, man. I'm the same.
Tiny meat gang.
All right, so that's the questions done. Might as well wrap it up here. So thank you for listening to episode 4 of the Limitless Physique podcast. Like, comment, share this on your stories, show us some love, and we'll catch you next time.